Hello, this is Raymond Aaron, New York Times top 10 best-selling author and creator and host of this amazing Master of Greatness internationally syndicated radio television show. And though it's internationally syndicated, it starts right here in Toronto, Canada. This is the center of the universe for a Master of Greatness radio show. You probably have heard me many Saturdays in the past and sometimes on other dates as well. But this is my hometown and my home time and my home radio station, and I love doing it. I am the only radio talk show host that not only teaches you how to get rich, but I actually give you gifts. So stay tuned. I will give you gifts right on this show. It's a 4-part show. It's 1 hour long, Master of Greatness, internationally syndicated radio talk show, and I sometimes even have a guest. But this time, I don't just have a guest. I have the guest. I have the man who has been voted as one of the greatest speakers of all time. Nationally syndicated, international best-selling author, one of the greatest voices of all of history. There's 1 billion people on the planet, when they hear this voice, know that it's the unbelievable Les Brown. Are you on the air?
Yes, I am. How are you doing, sir? It's always a treat when great people meet. How are you doing, Raymond?
It's always a treat when great people meet. My God, you've got like 1 million one-liners. I love it. I love it. Les, do you know that I like your voice so much that if I know that you're on an airplane, I will sometimes call your phone number just to listen to your outbound greeting because I love hearing your voice so much.
Oh, thank you so very much. You have a great voice, too, because your voice is one that empowers people and bring out the greatness in them.
Well, you do that as well, my dear friend, and I just love having you on the show. So I'm going to start off by saying, what is it? What is it that makes the incredible Les Brown so popular? Why are people so attracted to you? What is it that makes you so amazing?
I believe that you and I have something in common, and that is we have a passion to bring the best out of people, and that's why we both are very popular. You know, my favorite book says the greatest among you will be your servant. When I consider my life, born in an abandoned building on a floor in a poor section of Miami, Florida called Liberty City, being adopted, being labeled educable, mentally retarded, and because of the things that I've overcome, things that you faced and you've overcome, I think people find that inspiring. And this is a time where things have changed. Average is over. That if you want to make it today, that you've got to be hungry. You've got to have a coach, someone who has experience, someone who's achieved something, and someone that will inspire you to get out of your head and get into your greatness, to reach beyond your comfort zone and begin to live the life that you were intended to live.
Man, I want to listen. I don't even know what to say. I just love listening to you. You and I have been on the stage several times together, many times, and of course I played lots of your YouTube videos. But what is it that you can tell the same jokes and say the same line, and I will sit there eagerly waiting for it and applaud? What have you got, man? Because I want to have what you got.
Well, you know what? I enjoy myself. I tickle myself. I laugh at my own jokes. But there's a strategy in that. 21 years ago, I was diagnosed with prostate cancer and given a chances of slim to none, and I said, I'll take slim. And I remember reading a book by The Biology of Hope by Norman Cousins, who was diagnosed with a terminal illness. And he watched I Love Lucy and Groucho Marx and many other comedies. And he laughed himself back to good health.
Wow.
1 minute of anger, Raymond, 1 minute of anger weakens your immune system for 4 to 5 hours. And 1 minute of laughter, listen to this, boosts your immune system for over 24 hours. So that's why I laugh so much.
Well, you only have to laugh once a day, but you laugh several times an hour. You're not taking any chances.
Absolutely. No, I'm not taking any chances at all. Because as we look at ourselves, one of the things that's very important, when I was married to Gladys Knight, we were in Las Vegas, and we were seated at a table with Frank Sinatra, and he said something to a guy that I'll never forget. This guy's son had been killed in a car accident, and Frank Sinatra said to him, and comforting him, he said, listen, he said, live each day as if it were your last, because one day it will be. And as we look at ourselves, we have to literally live like we're going to die. But most of us don't. We procrastinate. I just went to a friend's funeral, and all I could think about when I was seated there, the things that he said, one day I'm going to have a restaurant. He never did. One day I'm going to have my own business. He never did. One day I'm going to go visit the pyramids. He never did. So the thing is that what we're doing now is helping people to realize that you have to live each day to the fullest. I have a quote that I often use when I'm using Dr. Howard Thurman as an example, who was a mentor of Mahatma Gandhi and Albert Schweitzer and Martin Luther King Jr. And he said, live full and die empty. But most people, they die full with their talents, their abilities, their ideas, their inventions, all of the things that was placed in them. Most people take that with them to their graves. And I think our role in life is to encourage people to develop the courage to live full and to die empty.
Well, I love that, and I want to give something away. I want to give a bonus to everyone listening on this wonderful radio station. I want to give away an audio that you, Les Brown, and I, Raymond Aaron, created, and it's called How to Always Win. And I cherish that. There was a lot of wisdom in it, and I want to give that away as a gift. And also, I want to tell our listeners about an annual conference that I do in Toronto called Mastery of Greatness. Mastery of Greatness. And in order to register for Mastery of Greatness and get your free copy of How to Always Win audio by the amazing Les Brown and myself, you just go to this website, masteryradio.com. Masteryradio.com. Mastery, easy to spell, M-A-S-T-E-R-Y, radio, R-A-D-I-O, masteryradio.com. Just go there, and you'll find out, you'll get How to Always Win by Les Brown and Raymond Aaron, and you can register for my incredible Mastery of Greatness conference, April 13, 14, 15, April 13, 14, 15, that's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, right here in Toronto, and it's starring the unbelievable, all the way from where do you live, Atlanta? I forgot where you live.
No, I live in Cleveland, Ohio.
Cleveland.
And Fort Lauderdale, and Los Angeles. I have three places where I live, according to the weather.
He's coming from all three places to Toronto, Canada, right here, my hometown, April 13, 14, 15, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, for our amazing Mastery of Greatness conference. The general admission tickets are only $47, which is crazy for the amazing Les Brown, and it's $147 for VIP. VIP gives you seating near the front of the auditorium, a special VIP gift bag, a private networking session, and this is amazing, one-on-one professional branding photographs, you and Les Brown, you and me. But also, as an extra unbelievable surprise, unless you don't even know this because it just happened yesterday, Bob Proctor, your friend and my neighbor actually, lives right here in Toronto, the grandfather of the entire personal growth industry, has agreed to come to the show. So you've got Raymond Aaron, Les Brown, Bob Proctor. They've never been together before. They'll never be together again, all three of us. I've wanted this all my life, and it's now coming true. So Mastery of Greatness, April 13, 14, 15, this year in Toronto, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, in the airport area. You'll get all the details when you register. $47 for general admission, only $147 for VIP at masteryradio.com. Masteryradio.com. $47 for VIP for both Bob Proctor and Les Brown. That's the biggest deal on the planet. And $147 you get near the front of the house seating. You get a gift bag, VIP, private networking function, and one-on-one branding photographs with Les Brown and you and Les Brown, you and Raymond Aaron, and you and Bob Proctor. Unbelievable. April 13th, 14th, 15th. Just go to masteryradio.com. And what will my friends in the Toronto area learn from you when you come from all three of your houses to Toronto?
Well, one of the things that Elizabeth Browning talked about, releasing the imprisoned splendor. If you ask most of your listeners right now, if you had your life to live over again, could you have done more than what you've done thus far? And most people, if they reflect and think about it and honest, Raymond, they will say yes. Now, the question becomes, why don't we do it?
Les, I've got to interrupt you. We have to go to a station break right now. And I just want to remind you, come back for the second segment of this 4-segment, hour-long program. Remember, masteryradio.com. Come back right after the break. Hello, this is Raymond Aaron, New York Times top 10 best-selling author and the creator and host of this internationally syndicated Mastery of Greatness radio talk show where I teach you business. Not only do I teach you business, I give you gifts right here on the program, and I inform you of other events you can go to learn from me and from other greats in the world. And unusually, this has never happened before. I've had some really big stars as guests on my show, but I've never had the best. The best, the National Speakers Association has rated this man as the #1 speaker of all time, and here he is, Les Brown, right on our show. Are you there, Les?
Yes, I am. Thank you very much for having me.
And at the end of the first segment, you were just in the middle of something, and I cut you off because we had to go to station break. But now you can continue.
Well,
what
I
are they
mentioned that
learn?
most of us, if we're honest with ourselves, will admit that we could have done more if we had our lives to live over again. Now, the question becomes, why don't we do that? Because we live in a world where we are told more about our limitations rather than our potential. And when you hear that over and over and over again, MIT did a study, and if I said to you, Raymond, you can't have a radio show, somebody else has to come along and say, Raymond, you can't have it, you can't have it, you can't have it, 17 times to neutralize that one time. That's why my favorite book says faith comes by hearing and hearing and hearing. And so what we're going to do is restructure the belief and the story they believe about themselves. How people live their lives is a result of the story they believe about themselves given to them by life. And what we have developed a strategy that as a result of the experience, the people in the audience will get a vision of themselves beyond their circumstances and past mental conditioning and begin to get out of their head and step into their greatness. And people that have gone through this experience have gone away having a happier life, improved relationships, earning more money, and living a life of adventure. Helen Keller said life is either a daring adventure or it's boring. And so this experience that we create for people is a different type of experience. It's transformative. Most speakers and most seminars provide information. If information could change people, everybody would be skinny, rich, and happy. Oliver Wendell Holmes said that once a man or woman's mind has been expanded with an idea, concept, or experience, it can never be satisfied to going back to where it was. So this experience that we're going to provide will create a hunger. And I ask the people, what are you hungry for? What is it that you're hungry for? What is it that you want to achieve with your life? We focus on faith, on family, on finance, and fun. And I think that when you are able to impact those areas, that gives your life a sense of purpose and meaning and allows you to make your life a daring adventure.
Wow. That's what they're going to learn? That's what you're going to teach them?
Oh, absolutely. That's what they're going to experience and get. Yes.
Wow. You're going to squeeze all that into 3 days? I thought you're going to have to be there for a month to teach all that.
We already know this. It's common sense, but it's not common practice. And being in the community, what you create, Raymond, and what you've been doing is creating a community. In order for people to really get into themselves and discover the part of themselves and walk into the life that's been waiting for them to live, they have to be in a community and an environment of collaborative, achievement-driven, supportive relationships that will bring out the best in them. And that's what you've always done, And that's what we're going to create and take it to the next level with this experience that we're going to have together.
Well, you've heard what the amazing Les Brown's going to deliver for you. And this is at Mastery of Greatness. It's a conference that I hold once a year, and I hold it in Toronto because I live in Toronto. I'm born in Toronto. I've lived in Toronto all my life. I'm internationally syndicated. I'm a New York Times top 10 best-selling author. I've given over 5,000 lectures in, 20, 30, 40 countries around the world. But this is my hometown. I'm a proud Canadian, born in Toronto, lived in Toronto all my life. April 13, 14, 15. April 13, 14, 15. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, right here in my hometown of Toronto, I'm bringing the incredible Les Brown all the way from 3 houses that he lives in the United States, right here to Toronto, and he's going to teach you all those amazing things that he just said. Furthermore, I'm going to teach you branding. I'm going to teach you how to get out of the sea of sameness so that you can climb up onto the island of individuality and float effortlessly for the rest of your life down the river of relevant differentiation. I'm going to teach you how to earn more in a month this year than you earned all last year. I'm going to teach you how to have your business work harder for you than you work for it. I'm going to teach you how to go way beyond communicating to truly connecting. I'm going to teach you how to go way beyond success to real significance. This is the program that has never been offered before, because though Les Brown and I have been on stage a few times before, I've got another special guest, as big as Les Brown and me, the grandfather of the entire personal growth industry. He started as a fireman right here in Toronto, and it's the amazing Bob Proctor, my neighbor, my friend, and a great teacher, Bob Proctor. So Bob Proctor is going to teach you how to get rich. His first book was his first book was called You Were Born Rich. That was the title. You Were Born Rich. He's going to teach you about how to be rich. I'm going to teach you how to be rich through branding. Les Brown's going to teach you how to be rich. We're going to teach you how to get more out of your life, how to put more oomph into your life. Les Brown said it beautifully that most people die with their song unsung. Don't let your song be unsung. Sing your song now. Launch that business now. If you've always wanted to quit your job and do your business, when do you think is a better time to do it but right now? So let me tell you, the Mastery of Greatness, you just go to masteryradio.com. Masteryradio.com. Simple, masteryradio.com. When you go there, you'll find that you can hear me and Bob Proctor and Les Brown for 3 entire days, April 13, 14, 15, for only $47. 47 Canadian bucks. It's like Canadian pesos, for gosh sakes. It's hard. It's like 3 meals at McDonald's. And when you upgrade to 147, you get VIP, which is seating near the front of the auditorium, a VIP gift bag, private networking meeting, which is amazing, and a branding photograph. You and me. You and Les Brown. You and Bob Proctor. Individual photographs. There's going to be other surprise, amazing speakers, and you'll get an individual photograph with each of them. Mastery of Greatness. It's my annual conference. It's the biggest conference I hold all year round. In the past, I've had other such notables as Jack Canfield, Dr. John Gray. I've had the Prime Minister of Canada at Mastery of Greatness. And this time I've reached for the top and got Les Brown and Bob Proctor. Wow. And you can hear all of it, all of it. Just go to masteryradio.com. And what more will you hear from the amazing Les Brown? Let's hear from him now.
What we're also going to do is teach people how to build their business and tell the story about their business. Now, we have to ask the question, who is this for? This is for anybody that want to get on top, anybody that wants to improve their lives, anybody that's in sales, anybody that's in multi-level marketing, anybody that's ready to soar to new heights, anybody that want to become debt-free and be able to have more time for themselves and for their family and more choices. This is a time that if you are serious about making it to the next level, that you want to surround yourself with what I call OQP, only quality people. And that's the people that are going to be in that room. Iron sharpening iron. In order to make it to that next level, you have to surround yourself with people that you can learn from, people who have connections and resources and contacts that you don't have. We call that relational relationship capital, and we teach you how to build that, and you're going to find many of those people in the room. But also, how I earned my first million within 3 years, and that was in 1980 with all the things and the tools that we have now on the platforms. We're going to teach you how to do that in a fraction of the time that it took me. So this is an event that you don't want to miss. Go to the website now and register.
MasteryRadio.com. MasteryRadio.com. And by the way, I forgot even to mention this to you. As soon as you go there and register, you get as a bonus an audio that Les Brown and I did called How to Always Win. How to Always Win, an audio by Les Brown and Raymond Aaron. No charge, extra bonus. You don't even have to go to the workshop to get it. As soon as you register for this conference, you automatically get it by instant download. April 13, 14, 15, right here in Toronto in the airport area. April 13, 14, 15, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It'll be me, Raymond Aaron, New York Times top 10 best-selling author. I've written a chicken soup book. I wrote Chicken Soup for the Canadian Soul. It was the #1 bestseller in Canada every week for 6 months after its release. It was the very first national chicken soup book ever attempted, and it was the first time that Americans found out that Canadians had a soul. So it was a very, very important book. I thought you'd like that, Les. So
yes.
Come and hear Les Brown at Mastery of Greatness. Come and hear the amazing Bob Proctor at Mastery of Greatness. Come and hear me at Mastery of Greatness. And there's other superstars. It's only $47 for general admission, only $147 for VIP. You simply go to MasteryRadio.com. MasteryRadio.com. I will teach you how to get rich through branding. Bob Proctor is going to teach you his unique way of, like he was the star of the movie The Secret. He's going to teach you how to use the principles of The Secret. I'm going to be teaching you branding and how to write a book and how to distinguish yourself to stand out from the crowd, because if you look like everybody else, you'll earn like everybody else, and that's not what you want. And of course, the amazing Les Brown. Bob Proctor and Les Brown and Raymond Aaron have never been on the stage together ever before. They'll never be together again. This is it. MasteryRadio.com. MasteryRadio.com. This is the end of the second segment. Come back in a couple minutes after station identity. Hello, this is Raymond Aaron. Toronto-born, Toronto-bred, proud Canadian. New York Times top 10 best-selling author. I've given 5,000 speeches around the world, but blah, 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 blah. Who cares about me? You care about how you can do better, how you can earn more, how you can make a bigger impact in life, how you can have a better relationship, how you can inspire and contribute to those people around you. And this show, this internationally syndicated radio talk show, is the Mastery of Greatness radio talk show. And in it, not only do I bring the most famous people in the world, the most famous celebrities in the world, so you can listen to me and to them, but I also hold conferences, I hold retreats, I do everything I can to bend over backwards to make you rich, including giving away all kinds of amazing ideas right here on this show. And I have as a guest, an unbelievable special guest, my dear friend, Les Brown. He has probably the most recognizable voice in the entire world, and you're going to hear that voice right now. Hello, my friend Les Brown. Are you there?
Yes, I am, and it's such a pleasure to be here with you, and I'm so excited about the seminar and the workshop that we're going to be doing together.
We are, and just before we get some more gems from you, let me just hear how they can get a whole weekend of you. April 13, 14, 15, right here in my hometown of Toronto. You just go to MasteryRadio.com, MasteryRadio.com for my amazing conference, Mastery of Greatness. As soon as you register, you get an amazing audio that you can't buy anywhere in the world. It's called How to Always Win by Les Brown and Raymond Aaron. And so that's how you can learn more from me and from Les Brown in a little while, but now you're going to learn more from us right now. And what I want to tell you about is branding. Branding is the thing that makes you stand out. If you don't stand out, then you're the same. If you're the same, you earn the average. And the average Canadian earns $49,000 a year. $49,000 a year. Now, I hope to God you earn more than $49,000. But if you do, you got to take pity on the poor bloke who earns less than $49,000 to compensate for you, because that's the average. It's not the average of Canadians. It's the average of Canadian workers. there's all kinds of unemployed people earning nothing or much less than they deserve. And so that's not enough. It's not enough. And you know that because your credit card gets higher and higher every year. You want your net worth to go higher, but your darn credit card bill's getting higher and higher. And I want to stop that. Les Brown wants to stop it, and Bob Proctor wants to stop it. And Les Brown and Bob Proctor and Raymond Aaron, for the first time ever, are getting together in order to help you get rich on April 13, 14, 15. Write it in your calendar. April 13, 14, 15, right here in Toronto in the airport area. And all you have to do is go to masteryradio.com, masteryradio.com, and register. As soon as you register, you're going to get How to Always Win audio by Les Brown and Raymond Aaron. There's $47 general admission, $147 VIP, where you get a private branding photograph with the superstars. There's also a VIP Elite, which you'll find out when you go to the website. But to hear Bob Proctor and Raymond Aaron and Les Brown all together, they've never been together before, they'll never be together again, this is it. And I have one of them on the phone right now, and it's the amazing Les Brown, the most recognized voice in the entire world. Les, let's hear it.
Well, I want to thank you very much. You're going to help people with their branding. I remember being in an audience and Bob Proctor spoke, and he said something that grabbed me. He said, the only reason you're earning $20,000 or $40,000 a year is because you have not become aware of how to earn $20,000 or $40,000 a month. When he said that, that really hit me at the core, because at that time I was earning around $15,000 a year. But since that time, and what we're going to do when we come in the Mastery of Greatness seminar, we're going to teach people how to expand their level of awareness of what they can do. Man could always fly, but logical, practical thinking said if God wanted man to fly, he would have given us wings. So we were aware of the laws of aerodynamics. When we became aware of that, we began to fly. So the reason that people's income, for the most part, are limited, now from that time to this time, where I have earned over $226,000 in an hour, and I don't say that to impress you, but to impress upon you, that the reason that I was living a life of mediocrity was because of my limited awareness. See, what we see is not always what's there. What we see is what we believe. And once we expand our level of awareness and belief, then we can have a greater impact, earn more money, and live a greater life and soar to new heights. And that's what greatness is about. Greatness is that when you're pursuing your greatness, you don't know what your limits are, so you act like you don't have any. And this experience, yes, will take you to that next level. Yes. Les,
we're out of time for this segment. There's two ways for our wonderful listeners to hear more from Les Brown. One is come back in a couple minutes for the fourth and final segment. The other is to go to Mastery of Greatness Conference right here in Toronto, April 13, 14, 15, by simply registering at masteryradio.com, masteryradio.com, and the instant you register, Les Brown and I will send you the audio that we co-created called How to Always Win. How to Always Win? Simply go to masteryradio.com and enjoy us at the amazing conference coming up. Hello, it's Raymond Aaron back for the fourth and final segment of the incredible internationally syndicated Mastery of Greatness radio talk show. And on this Mastery of Greatness radio talk show, I not only teach you, but I give you gifts. I not only teach you, I give you gifts. And I also bring the most famous professional speakers, the most famous educators, the most famous motivators in the entire world. And this time, I've got the top. I've got Les Brown, the man with the most famous voice in the world, the man whose voice is recognized by over 1 billion people on this planet, the man who has been voted the #1 greatest speaker of all time here on our show, right here in Toronto. I was born in Toronto. I'm a proud Torontonian, a proud Canadian, Raymond Aaron, and here I am with Les Brown. Les, are you with us?
Yes, I am. You know, Raymond, there's a movie called 1517 Paris, where 3 young men confronted a terrorist on a train. And one of the young men, he was listening to my voice. and you will hear my voice in the movie. And one of the things that we're going to provide for people is that we're going to activate the greatness in them. We all have greatness in us. We were born with greatness, but we have been programmed to fail. We have developed a mindset of being defeated, of being helpless and powerless unconsciously. Psychologists say that 87% of our negative self-talk goes undetected by the conscious mind. And so people that come in this experience, they're going to get a breakthrough. People that come into the experience, the thousands of people that we've trained, whose income and their earning power quadrupled and went to new heights, who begin to travel and do more adventurous, exciting things with their lives and with their family. The people that have gone through this kind of experience that you have helped the people to begin to discover new things about themselves and how to use their gifts and talents and not take it to the grave with them. The thousands of people that have gone on to live a larger life, these people who come, the ones that hear me not just in their ear but in their heart, your spirit will be ignited. And as a result of coming to the mastery of greatness, your life will never be the same again. Bob Proctor, Raymond, and myself, we're looking forward to seeing you. We are hungry to help you to get into your greatness.
I'm glad you're with us, my dear friend Les. I know you've been battling cancer for 21 years, and you're winning every minute. And
yes, I am. Yes, I had to do the rope-a-dope.
Oh man, cancer is an evil, negative thing, and you are battling it with humor and with grace and with dignity, and also with the prayers of 1 billion people around the world, because we need you here on this planet. You provide so much joy, so much love, so much inspiration.
Well, the prayers are working, so don't stop. They're still working, so keep them coming.
And you don't care what religion, whatever religion they have, just pray for you. And
listen,
they do.
I read the Kabbalah, the Bible, the Holy Quran. I read everything. I call on the whole gang. I chant Noma Yoho Renge Kyo. I call the whole gang.
You're not taking any chances. You'll do every religion.
No,
well,
absolutely not.
It seems it's working. My daughter is dating a Hindi young man, and he says they have 139,000 gods. So
wow.
If all of them are praying for you, you got a big hit right there.
Oh, without any question. That's a good thing. Keep it coming. Yes. But the master of greatness, yes. This is something for those on top and for those who want to get there. For those of you that are listening and you said, you know what, I've done all of this stuff. I've gone to seminars and workshops and it hasn't worked. Well, you haven't been to this one. You've never been in a room with Raymond, Aaron, and Bob Proctor and Les Brown, Mrs. Mamie Brown's baby boy. Trust me on this. This experience, this seminar that we will never do again, is the one that will give you your breakthrough. I want you to come with your goals written down. I want you to be prepared for your life to go to new levels. I want you to prepare to become debt-free. I want you to be prepared to develop relationships that can take you to the new level, to another level. Relationships that you can learn from and grow from, and people that will contribute to you. This is your time. Don't miss it. Don't let time get in the way. Success is not convenient. You have to accommodate it. You have to make room for it and make it happen. Don't let anything stop you from showing up for yourself and for your dream and for your family.
So you're learning about success. You're learning about greatness right here on this radio show. You'll learn how to go beyond success to significance. You'll learn how to go beyond communicating to truly connecting. You'll learn how to earn more in 1 month this year than you earned all last year. You'll learn how to make your business work harder for you than you work for it. You're going to learn from one of the greatest speakers of all time, Les Brown. You're going to learn from one of the greatest speakers of all time, Bob Proctor. He's the grandfather of the entire personal growth industry. And you're going to learn from me, the branding expert. I become the #1 expert in the world on branding, so much so that I was recently given the honor of being allowed to write Branding Small Business for Dummies. the Incredible for Dummies series. As far as I know, I'm the only person in the entire world who has been honored by being allowed to write a book in each of the two biggest branded nonfiction series in the whole world. I wrote 2 books in the Chicken Soup series, Chicken Soup for the Parent Soul, which hit New York Times top 10, and Chicken Soup for the Canadian Soul, which was the #1 best-selling book in Canada every week for 6 months after its release. So not only did I do 2 Chicken Soup books, I did a For Dummies book, the only one in the whole world. It's never, ever been done before. And so with all my abilities in teaching you how to get rich through branding and all of Bob Proctor's abilities, he lives right here in Toronto. He's my neighbor. And by the way, he lives on Proctor Avenue. Les, I don't know if you know this. About 35 years ago, he was looking for a house, and his realtor called him up and said, weirdly, there's a house available on Proctor Avenue. And he went there, and he saw it, and he liked it, and he bought it. He's been living there for a third of a century. And the joke that he says on stage is, listen to this, it's really funny. He said, why would you want to live on someone else's street? He's a funny guy.
I love it.
So Les Brown is going to be talking to you about his brand of genius. Bob Proctor is going to be teaching about his brand of genius. I'm going to be teaching you. All you have to do to register is go to masteryradio.com, masteryradio.com, www.masteryradio.com. The tickets for general admission are almost nothing. There are a couple meals at McDonald's, $49. That's 49 Canadian dollars, by the way. And if you want seating, advanced seating right near the front of the auditorium, if you want a VIP gift bag, if you want private networking event, and if you want branding photos, professional photos with you and Bob Proctor, you and me, you and Les Brown, and you and the other speakers that I'm bringing that I haven't even told you about, simply go to masteryradio.com, masteryradio.com. It's April 13, 14, 15 right here in Toronto in the airport area, April 13, 14, 15. And as a special bonus, as soon as you register, you get How to Always Win audio by Les Brown and Raymond Aaron. How to Always Win audio by Les Brown and Raymond Aaron. And by the way, you don't know this, Les, but a friend of mine is the greatest hurdler of all time, the greatest 110-meter hurdler of all time. He is a Torontonian, and he qualified for the Olympics and was disappointed that it was canceled because Canada and the United States boycotted the Moscow Olympics. And then in the next Olympics was in Los Angeles, and he was favored to win. And on the starting line, just before the starting gun went, he saw Pamela Anderson in the front row and got distracted by her. Who wouldn't? And he came dead last. He was favored to win. He was the best in the world, came dead last. In his third Olympics, which is impossible because you're a grandfather in your third Olympics in the sprints, for gosh sakes, he got a leg injury and couldn't compete. And unbelievably, he qualified for his fourth Olympics. There's no sprinter in history who has ever qualified for 4 Olympics in a row. And in his fourth Olympics as a grandfather, he beat the whole world and came first and won an Olympic gold medal. And he's going to be coming to Toronto, and he's going to be teaching you the lessons he learned to win in sports at an old age, unbelievably, against kids that like 10, 20 years younger than him. He's going to teach you how those skills helped him in business. So he's going to teach you how the athletic skills, the lessons that he learned in athletics, you can use, and he is currently using to get rich in business. His name is Mark McCoy. You get photographs with Mark McCoy. You get photographs with Les Brown. You get photographs with me. You get photographs with Bob Proctor. It's an unbelievable event. It's called Mastery of Greatness, April 13, 14, 15, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, right here in Toronto. Tickets are really inexpensive. The general admission is only $47. There's VIP, which gives you the branding photographs. There's also VIP Elite, which you can read online. When you go to masteryradio.com, masteryradio.com, Mark McCoy, me, Les Brown, and Bob Proctor have never, ever, ever been together. I've always dreamt of having my two greatest heroes, Bob Proctor and Les Brown, on stage together with me as the host, and I've achieved it. It's happening. It's happening April 13, 14, 15. It'll never happen again. Never, ever. And you get a bonus as soon as you register at masteryradio.com. You get the audio that Les Brown and I did called How to Always Win. Wow, wow, wow. We're nearing the end of the last segment. We do have a minute to go. So what would you like to say to end this amazing radio show?
I would say to those that are listening, in order to become successful, you've got to be willing to do the things today others won't do in order to have the things tomorrow others won't have. Most people won't invest in themselves. Most people will not carve out the time to be in a room with winners and learn the techniques and strategies that will give them a breakthrough and go to the next level. This is your time. You're not just listening for the purpose of listening to be entertained. You're listening because this is a call on your life. You know who you are. You can hear us in your heart. We look forward to seeing you at the Mastery of Greatness.
Wow, well said. And what I want to say is success is not a matter of chance. It's a matter of choice. Make the right choice. Do it right now. You were designed for greatness. You were designed for a higher income. You were designed for no debt. You were designed for a large net worth, and you haven't shown it yet, or you haven't shown it, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. You haven't shown it as much as you know you're worth. You haven't shown it as much as you know you're worth. You know that you're worth more. You deserve more. We're going to teach you exactly how to do that. Mastery of Greatness, April 13, 14, 15, right here in Toronto. You simply register by going to masteryradio.com, masteryradio.com. There's 3 levels of admission, general, VIP, and VIP Elite. You can read it all, make your choice at masteryradio.com, masteryradio.com. This is your opportunity. I love you. Bob Proctor loves you. Mark McCoy loves you. Everybody loves you. And including Les Brown. Okay, bye-bye. Say goodbye, Les.